What's up everybody, and welcome to the channel. In today's video we're checking out this 2026 Audi SQ8. This one is a prestige model with the sport package and the luxury package. A couple other goodies are on this spec. This one's sitting here at $124,000, finished off in the Glacier White. So this is a very highly spec'd one. I'm excited to check it out because I could see this being our first SUV in the future when our RS3 becomes too small. So I feel like the SQ8 kind of gives you a good blend of what you like in a RSQ8, a Urus, but you're not spending that much in comparison, but it's a lot more than the standard Q8. So underneath the hood, you're gonna see the 4-liter twin turbocharged V8 engine. This car is gonna be pushing 500 horsepower. It also makes 568 pound-feet of torque. You're gonna get an 8-speed transmission, also an all-wheel drive system, of course. Overall curb weight is 5,200 pounds. It can do 0 to 60 in 4 seconds flat, and then it can even tow 7,700 pounds. So super capable for the fun and utility to make this a good family car. For the styling, like I said, this looks a lot more like the RS Q8. It's a lot more aggressive than the standard Q8 model, which I like a lot. Obviously packing the V8. For the headlights, I love the LED look. Got these cool little mini X's, kind of like the new X5 actually, but probably better in this. Got the nice dark housing, a gloss black grille with your updated Audi logo. There's safety sensors, camera sensors, and then a lot of openings for cooling. Got massive coolers on the side, same with this lower section. It's just a really cool looking car. I like the updates for it. It looks just awesome. Honestly, this is a car we might buy in the next couple years. You can also see these sharp lines from the fenders to the hood, all cascading forward, and then all body colored for the fender arch, the lower bumper, and a nice set of 22-inch wheels. We have these massive 6-piston brake calipers looking really good for this car. More sharp lines throughout the side, a little bit of black trim, and then we have the gloss black mirror caps. Got a camera and turn signal, body colored handles, and then all black for the windows. We have a panoramic roof, gloss black roof rails, and I love the side profile. It kind of has that coupe look that some SUVs also have from BMW and Mercedes. I feel like Audi just did it perfect. It doesn't hinder interior space, but it makes this look awesome. Same profile as the Lamborghini Urus, which is also based on this platform. Just a really good looking car. These are all gloss black. We got packaging on it, small spoiler, your wiper blade, and then a massive set of LED taillights. They're all connected, which looks pretty neat. Got your badging, parking sensors, a dual quad exhaust, then we have your trailer hitch. So I really have no complaints with this style. I think that just looks fantastic. It's sporty and luxurious. Pressing that, we have our power operated tailgate, a nice privacy cover too, and then we can easily retract it. Slides up, we have LED lights. We can adjust the suspension. Right now the car is in its off-road setting, so it'll lower the back when needed. You have a ton of space in here. You even get a space saver spare tire, and with the seats folded down, you can get a good idea of all the spacing you're gonna get. So again, this is a really good family car, can do kind of everything. For the doors, they're kind of an electronic actuator, and we have soft close. So once it's latched, it'll pull itself nice and tight. With that, they are frameless doors. So we have our sunshade and glass dual pane. When they're all down, it's just the door, so it's really cool and actually makes it feel like there's more space to enter and exit. You have all the black leather, matte carbon, the Dinamica Alcantara material, more leather, and we can operate both of the windows, left side and right side from the back. As you can tell, once again, flat folding. We have our recline lever right here to unlock them, and you're even able to pull the center down. Pull that and just pull it forward, which is a great feature, of course, for being a utility vehicle. And then we have the recline angle just a little bit. I love the red on the seat belts, all the stitching. We have perforated. We have climate controls popping up, air vents here, air vents there, and then hopping inside at 5'11", I have a ton of space. You're even able to slide the seats forward. With it all the way back and reclined, I fit really nice, 8 or 9 inches of leg room, and of course, sunshades are great. You have a massive panel roof with a sunshade. Car seats will fit just fine. This literally is a perfect family car. I really like it. I really like the spacing. You have your cup holders right here. Honestly, cannot complain. I will not say no to one of these in the garage when we need the more space. Now, for the front, once again, all the same leather, carbon, and Dinamica. You can actually use these rear buttons and actually open and close the sunshades too. So the driver has all the controls. We have Bang & Olufsen, massage, heated and ventilated seats, You have the leg rest, and then once again, I love all the red accents. This is a beautiful spec. This is my kind of spec. And then inside, let's fire it up. Got that nice V8 rumble, as well as the sound. Steering wheel is gonna be finished off in perforated and smooth leather. Got the S logo, all the nice silver accents. And then for these buttons, we can take a look at the multimedia screen. Got that nice view icon to go through all sorts of different designs. Scrolling left and right, of course, what you're used to seeing on a lot of Audis. So very familiar to our own RS3, which I really like to see. You also have this icon right here. You can toggle, see a couple other things depending on which mode you're in. So nice to see just how simple and familiar everything is. We have paddle shifters, windshield wipers on the right, cruise control down here, lane assist, stern signal stalk. Then we're gonna get a nice storage area. Got a soft touch material down here, more matte carbon, the gloss and the silver, and then all leather on the dashboard with red stitching and black stitching. Got a heads-up display system, this cool air vent design, massive piano black piece for the whole center with some silver accents. And then, like I said, this is just like our RS3. So kind of the old style that we're used to seeing from Audi. They have not gone to that new design that you're seeing in all the new generation Audis. So this is kind of the chance to get the old gen in a brand new Audi still. So I like the screen, all the nice good stuff you can go through. CarPlay would look good. Full camera system with all the views you would expect on a car like this. Top-down view, the front, the back, 360 as well. So just a really good blend. Got your P button right there. We can exit out of there. Below that, this screen will have all of your climate controls. We have dual zone temperature. You can make all your adjustments to fan speed as well. You can sync it, heated and ventilated seats. You have more controls right here that'll pop up. Rear climate control, we're able to make all of these adjustments, which is really good, again, for a family car. And then we have drive select right here. So we have the off-road mode and all-road, and then we even have sport modes. So in dynamic mode, the suspension is now gonna lower from where we had it earlier. You might be able to tell, but it's like a 4-inch drop. So really nice to see all those kinds of drive modes. We got the heated back seats too. More controls here with volume, and then some soft touch leather all down here with the matte carbon and stitching, and then more of the piano black and silver. We have storage, more storage. You can pop this up and down, or even just open it up for extra storage. And then we have a lockable glove box. Once again, another look at the interior. This is just a beautiful spec. I am loving it. You got that massive panoramic roof, sunshade. The glass will pop open as well. You can see the Dinamica, and then we have a thin frameless mirror. All right, so setting off now in the Audi SQ8. I don't know if I've actually ever driven one of these, but I've always liked them, just that sweet spot of a blend of, it's not exactly a Urus or up there with an RSQ8, but it's not also just a typical Q8 either. So we'll go into dynamic mode. I will have to definitely drive an RSQ8 at one point. Again, it's been a long time since I've driven that one. But in dynamic, it's gonna wake up the car quite a lot over comfort. Yeah, once you get closer to 4,000 RPM, the exhaust valve opens up and it starts to sound pretty good. Obviously not going too crazy on a new car, but that V8 soundtrack and the power it's gonna offer is really nice. Now, if we go back into comfort mode, of course we have the off-road settings as well. You know, this thing is really nice. It drives like a cloud. And what I like about the SQ8 over just the standard Q8, that's still a nice luxurious car. This just feels a little more weighted to the way it drives. It just conquers the road. So I love the way the V8 cars are gonna drive. Visibility is fantastic, easily can see around, and even with that semi-coupe rear end, it doesn't hinder anything. And I like how I can adjust those rear sunshades and put them down. So the driver has all the controls for the back, which is great when you have kids. You can do their climate, the sunshades and everything. Just make sure, you know, they're nice and comfortable back there. Interior is just beautiful in this car. It is premium and super high-end. We're in dynamic and it's still comfortable and smooth. I mean, this is just a high-end luxury car at the end of the day. I love what Audi has done. And I gotta say, even that turn right there was no body roll. With this adaptive, full adjustable suspension, it is gonna do what it needs to do to keep this flat. That was only 30 miles an hour, not exactly anything crazy, but you could already tell this didn't handle like an SUV. And my wife loves sporty cars. She loves the RS3. And if she were to get an SUV, she doesn't want one that's gonna be swaying all over the place. That's just not what she or I even want. This, so far, it seems to handle so much more sporty, and yet it's a premium luxury, very heavy SUV that can tow and do all that sort of thing. So I enjoy so far with just how nice it's driving and how ironically dynamic it can drive. Something this big doesn't normally handle well, but this platform, you have the Porsche Cayenne, obviously the Urus on here. This is an insane platform that really drives nicely. And the SQ8 is kind of that sweet spot. Again, it's not the littler cars, you know, even a Volkswagen, which is still on this platform, but it's not the crazy $200,000 or more cars. So I don't know, this seems like a good sweet spot if you want a premium high-end vehicle that still is perfect for family use and has enough sporty aspects. Using the tech I like. I think this is super simple. I really enjoy the generation that we're looking at. The new stuff I am not too familiar with, so I would have to definitely drive the new ones and get familiar with it, but I like how the 26 model Q8 still has the normal aspects to it. Good turning radius too, honestly. Can't complain with that. And then just leaving it in the automatic mode, it is effortless and comfortable when you get up to speed. So again, this just drives fantastic. I am really enjoying it.